Welcome to another edition of the Ruppert Report with your host, John J. Ruppert. Today I'll be talking to you about the Sixers. Yes, the 76ers, who have that horrible theme song that everyone wants to forget, but they keep on playing it. Today's piece I've written is titled, Sixers Fans Need to Start Calling Organizations Bluff. 76ers have been playing games recently, but not the kind that includes a basketball and a net. In fact, the kind of game that they've been playing in front of their loyal fans is a game called sleight of hand. One day, the fans are told one thing, and the next they are told something different when it comes to the health of their team's so-called superstars, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. The organization has been promoting these two modern-day heroes to come rescue this city from what seems to be an eternity of despair. But instead of doing just that, we have fallen into a state of disarray. Joel and Ben seem to have spent more time in a doctor's office than on a basketball court. The two players that we were told came to Philadelphia to help bring us a championship team can't even bring us clean towels. The process is what the organization told us to trust. But how can we as loyal fans trust anything these days coming from an organization that let the architect of said process quit? We have been told over and over to be patient and to let this thing play out, but in the end, the organization was the one with no patience. The fans? Well, we're left scratching our heads and throwing our money away yet again on a team that resembles the Washington Generals. If you don't know who they are, go ask your grandfather. Some may call it bad luck, with both so-called superstars going down with injuries, but others call it for what it probably is, poor management. 76ers, well, they knew about the injury to Joel Embiid when they drafted him. They knew about the history of big men with bad wheels, and yet they drafted him anyway. The team decided to toss all their chips in on this China doll, only to come up shooting craps. Joel Embiid has shown flashes of brilliance, but unfortunately, he hasn't been able to stay healthy enough to show us his full potential. There have become a growing number of skeptics that believe he may never achieve such a feat. Sorry, no pun intended. Ben Simmons is another case. There have been numerous setbacks on his road to recovery, and for someone that relies on his mobility to be the player the Sixers need, it doesn't look good for either party involved. A whole season missed because of his injury, and the possibility exists that he may never be that same player they drafted. The organization continues to give us this smoke and mirror show when it comes to exactly what is wrong or not wrong with these two promising superstars. As the team's beat writers try to find either Josh Harris or GM Brian Colangelo to pin down a turntable for the return, the organization reaches for the rope to break our hold on the truth. Once again, we are told to trust the process, that everything is going to be okay. I think Kevin Bacon said that once in Animal House. Again, ask your grandparents. That these two saviors shall return. It'll be fine. So they say. Once again, we are told to just relax and continue to shell out our hard-earned money because the end shall justify the means. The end may be near, but not the one they're referring to. The end I'm referring to is the end of the loyal fans waiting for whatever the organization is calling today rebuild. The end that I can see is the end of the loyalty to an organization that refuses to respect its fan base enough to tell us the truth. In the end, the truth shall set you free. But playing games with your fan base will only free up more parking spots and seats that nobody will come fill up as long as your organization continues to play their games off the court. The games, however, belong on the court, the same court that we as your loyal fans helped to build. Always remember that. Once again, this is John J. Ruppert for Ruppert Report, and I'll see you next time. Let me know what you think.